Welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. This should be the last episode of Act 3. I think so. Let's check in on old Blue. I'm a fan of Blue. Hey, you see that cat over there? Think she'd eat some... What? No. Bet she swam. Where do you think she came from? Okay. Well, let's go to reception. Hope everybody's enjoying this as much as I am. Ring the damn bell. Feels weird to, I think two more acts after this, but only one more act available, so. It looks like Lula. It is Lula. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. Any word on the address? The results just came by in courier. Good news. Donald and the assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference the results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Are you going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive, and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there. Did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyways. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks and deep. All right. Not how I expected that conversation to go. That's a weird noise. I guess we wait. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows? Alright, what happened? Up to you. It's okay. You can tell them. Doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So, we were in that graveyard. Oh, we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happened. Where the strangers come from. Oh, I don't know why. I really like the design of this graveyard. Probably the color scheme. All right. Here they come, maybe. Guys coming out. Ah, gotta click on it. Thought I clicked, I guess not. All right. Everybody's out. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside, I guess. I want to stay outside. We're just going to say okay this time. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. And into the church we go. Ooh, creepy. The church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. Well, that was my only other option for now. I don't know what I expected. Another dead end. Yeah, I'm starting to think that's our song. Listen, earlier in the mine. I didn't want to talk about it, but... What did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared suddenly, ran away, but we thought... What was she doing on TV? That's the part I can't... I'd flipped past that channel a dozen times before my test. It's one of those public access things. Some old lady reading poetry. And then The next time I flipped the channel too, Weaver. It burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank kind of gray. There's tape on the walls, like markings, a desk, a classroom, maybe? The camera's in the corner, so it's the sort of 45-degree angle into the room. And there's Weaver, right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound. Just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted. Fuzzy. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. You'd think with all these holes in the ceiling. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Must have been the church settling. Oh! Didn't expect that. So this... Hello, Mr. Skeleton Man. Could this have something to do with the congregation he talked about earlier? Oh, I am the skeleton now. That's bizarre. The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly draw echoes into the room. It is patient and sounds like it should be smiling. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. What's this job? We're actually looking for some information about an old computer. Let's go with that. We're actually looking for some information about an old computer. Certainly. I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Well, it's not an old church. No, I guess not, but still. It all has a kind of reverence to it. What's that smell? Like bread? Baking bread? Please, follow me. Things are getting spooky. I'm going to assume that I need to lead them down here. Oh boy. Things are getting wild. What's this do? Whoa. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety, and adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protective headwear on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. We don't wear glasses, so that won't be an issue. Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. What? Where's Conway? Oh, there he is. Alright, so there's a couple ways we can go here. Let's see what's down here. You know what? No, let's go talk to everybody first. I'm allowed to change my mind. Don't tell me what to do. More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. We actually just need to ask you about a computer. No, the orientation is all done by voice and rote. We don't believe electronics have a role in our company culture. Computers are tools. Plenty of interesting mechanical this and that ahead, though. Shall we move on? Okay, we'll sit. Wow, check this stuff out. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. You really like old electronics. Yeah, I've got it bad. Haha. That's why I got into this business, to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to just let it fall into ruin, you know? Like that computer back in the cave, Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Okay. I guess we're moving on down. I think. Kind of the way it seems. shuttle. Here's the fleet, haha. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. What do you do here? Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers, ad copy, that sort of thing. Discerning shades and heartsick lovers have long known the taste of hard times and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. So the trucks are just east a ways and shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Let's go to logistics. Nope. Shipping. Oh, thank God I don't have to drive. That would be embarrassing. Shipping. Truck. Here it is. Now I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? I drove deliveries for an antique shop up until this last run. Aha! Precious cargo. You'll do just fine. And you can drive safely, can't you? I haven't any doubt now. It's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened with Miguel this evening? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger. But if we're speaking confidentially, well, with all that lost product to be repaid, Berman and Glass dashed across the interstate, and a few cast too were all just thankful he had no next of kin. So, let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. He turns on the CB radio in the truck. A monotonous voice drones from the dashboard speaker. 1020 on that load. Come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012, City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch? We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. Introduce yourself. Pleased to meet you. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. You folks know anything about a moldy old computer? 9-9, wheel holder. Gotta pay the water bill. Ah, so. I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck. All these little details. Control the wipers with this knob here. He fiddles with the controls. They seem to have a decent torque to them, eh? Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. Always clear skies down here. So I hear, but most of the product is delivered by surface roads which feel rain quite often, particularly in the spring months. So I hear. What? They ditched class for a day to drive in the rain. They ditched class for a day to drive in the rain. It was pointless to stay. All review. He was lost cause and she didn't need it anyways. She was smart, bored. It was time to cut out. Shitty day for it though. 83 and biblical flood. They went to see a movie. It was some anonymous swashbuckler film about real men and women. Real tights, real lips, fake blood. They brought a flask. They smoked cigarettes, drank awful hooch, whistled buckets of rain. She sang about someone she wanted to once have loved. Brown hair curled around her ear. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey. They poured another drink, and another and another. She was worried it was getting dark out, then it was getting light out. They ended up in someone else's field, in someone else's car, an early morning joyride, and a sunrise collision. She got on the bus, and he hiked back to his car. He sat in his car and went over some options. Chicago, Toronto, Barrow. It seemed like a bold and impulsive gesture at the time. As he pulled out of the parking lot, he removed his hands from the steering wheel for a moment and felt the car drift into a decision. Years later, he'd think of this as the moment he himself started drifting. A modest technology, but suited to the job, eh? Plenty good enough. Oh, sure. I know you'll want to look. Kick the tires. That's a thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there in the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves. Isn't that the way? Eh? Tires look fine. Oh, I'm sure. It wasn't the tires that failed our dear Miguel. We are quite sure. What kind of man was Miguel? Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. The walls and ceiling were painted with old smoke. Someone read from the book. He drank coffee, as it is. He was just waiting for it to be over. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions, like a program of action, a good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual, all the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out in the morning. He started walking. He was always walking these days. It was good to slow down. It felt clarifying, like a walking meditation. The road ran by a creek for a while. He took an unforeseen detour where the creek and road parted, following the edges of the water. He skipped a few stones alone, then stopped to consider an overturned boat. It was a kind of serenity, that wandering and looking without purpose. He was coming to rely on those moments. Now, what else can we show you? Looks like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard in the knees at the back at our age, huh? Of course you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job, and some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here. Shouldn't really do any lifting these days. I see. Well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for your health and safety. Conway woke up on baled hay. Everything was too bright, his head hurt, the usual. Lisette and Ira argued loudly just outside the open barn door. She wanted Ira to take him inside and shower, have some coffee, get to the job. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It was an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off and then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job. Conway closed his eyes. They kept arguing. Lisette tried saying Charlie had schoolwork, that Conway could be roused. Ira said Charlie should earn his bed for the summer. Conway was a lost cause, couldn't show up to a job bleary-eyed and smelling like booze. Ira was a stubborn man, so Charlie went along and Conway drifted out again, and he didn't hear about the accident until months later. So what's next? Headlights are the last thing. Headlights work fine, see? He fiddles with the controls. That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight, and dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, eh? Magic hour, sure. The angle of the sun at dusk and dawn means the light is mostly indirect reflections from the sky. Everything looks like a movie. It's all a bit softer. Conway had to get off the highway. Too loud, too murky. He turned off into some gray cornfield in Indiana. He watched traffic and birds. Seeing those migrations close up, they looked random. He thought about the load in the trailer. Thousands of plastic cups. Somebody wanted those cups in Rockford that night. It was pointless. So, moving on. The truck's radio crackles back to life. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now, tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. I really can't. Yeah, we've got to finish this delivery in a few. 10:33 dispatch. Got 2 black guys and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10-4. Back it down and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, Lem. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. 10-4. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. Silence. So, I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal, eh? And I've got one more thing to show you. Don't hit anything. Okay, it seems like he does most of this on his own. Oh, wait, nope. I'm turning around. And we're parking. Let's head back upstairs, eh? I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for some answers about the stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the moldy computer. That black mold, it's drawn to whiskey. Feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angels share. It goes through the vents here and out into the caves. If we can scrape up that mold, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it, squeeze and condense the angel share back into drinkable whiskey. Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff, so we'd go down and scrape it off as equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid. Truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. Since we stopped going down there, I'm sure the mold's gotten pretty thick. Try cleaning it off the timing crystal. That'll get you going, I'm sure of it. So join me upstairs? Alright. How far upstairs are we going, buddy? We going like all the way upstairs? We have a feeling we're supposed to go all the way upstairs. Yep. Cool that it just lets me click over there without having to trace backwards first. If you don't mind, alright, back up. There we go. Adding machine. Give me, guys. Here it is, a beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where I come for our daily ritual, to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't... It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is top shelf stuff. Now. Sorry, This is top shelf stuff now. Single barrel. Oh, jeez. Okay. He doesn't... Down the hatch! Vinum memore mors. Can I walk away? Like, I would really like to have some... Nope, it's actually out of my control at this point. That wasn't actually me clicking it either. That is the strangest fucking thing. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. He's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, there's a matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep. By back of the envelope estimations, well, we have that in common, as I suppose all of us. I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs, of course. The interest begins to compound immediately, and well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. Whoa, game. Went to a dark place. Whew. Ugh. So, I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. Just the way these things go, kid. Huh. Well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? That's fucking cool. All right, guys. Hey, we're almost done. We got this act and the next act, so we'll see you next video. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day and/or night. And just be kind to yourself. Thank you for watching.